Welcome to the screencast about fairy tales and PIE. This screencast is based on a text from the book Planet Word by J.P. Davidson. In this work, he tries to unravel the mysteries of language. For this screencast, we're only going to focus on the chapter Fairy Tales and PIE. This text tells us more about the German brothers, Jacob and Wilhelm Grimm. Due to family circumstances, they took up jobs as librarians. Here their passion for and investment in German folklore took off. They weren't interested in storytelling alone, but in the preservation of words and the oral tradition as well. They collected stories from different cultures and layers of society. The brothers' interests complemented each other. Jacob kept busy with language and grammar, and Wilhelm focused on the beauty of literature. They kept adapting their stories and published a selection of softened stories. The English version of these softened stories is called The Grimm's Fairy Tales. This book became soon a must-have in every family's home. As said earlier, not only the literature was important to the brothers, but the study of language as well. By collecting and rewriting these stories, they bumped into phonetic shifts in the German language. This led to a linguistic law known as Grimm's Law, named after the brother and mostly the one who put most effort into it, Jacob Grimm. In this law, Jacob tracked down all the vowel shifts in multiple European and Aryan languages. What did he find out? Well, all these vowel shifts can be connected to a common root. Here, the linguistic work of the brothers took off. They started working on dictionaries, but both sadly didn't live long enough to see their work completed. Not only the brothers Grimm, but a lot of other people are busy with the origins of language. They found out that all languages descend from 10 main language families. To give you a couple of examples of language families, Niger-Congo and Sino-Tibetan. Swahili derives from the language family Niger-Congo, and Chinese derives from the language family Sino-Tibetan. These language families lead up to over 6,000 languages today. The most used of these language families is Proto-Indo-European, shortened as PIE. Here Grimm's Law comes in. The law shows how the consonants of different Indo-European languages relate to each other. To give you an example, words beginning with P in, for example, Latin and Greek, and words beginning with F in Germanic languages, such as German, Danish, and English as well. And, for example, we have the word foot in English is pet in Latin, Fuß in German, and Fot in Danish. A lot of researchers, and the author of the book Planet Word as well, believe that 5,000 years ago only this PIE language was spoken. They don't claim that it's the first language, it is just the first one they have evidence of. How do you write it and how does it sound? Well, since the end of the 18th century, scholars have kept busy studying language. But still, no definite proof has been found. We can only take a guess, and that's what they have done. Here you can see an extract from The King and the God, and it's allegedly PIE, Proto-Indo-European origin. The first sentence is its PIE origin, and the second line is the English version. What can we conclude? Well, we can conclude that the study of languages wouldn't be the same without the brothers Grimm and their fairy tales. More info and sources used you can see here. More information can be found when you click on the links. Well, thank you for watching this screencast about fairy tales and the Proto-Indo-European language.